Today we're taking a look at set 6074, Black Falcon's Fortress from the Castle line. It is part of the Black Falcons faction and was released in the year 1986. It originally retailed for $35 and according to the box is 435 pieces. I don't have the box, but here are the instructions, and they are actually folded in half. I don't know if they came that way or if that's just how whoever owned it before stored them. But as you can see on the back here, it has an alternate build. And an interesting thing about this alternate build is it actually uses more of these gray arch pieces than are included in the main build of the set. And that's just a strange thing that you'll see happen occasionally in some old castle sets, not very often, but it did happen, where they would use pieces that weren't part of the main build as alternate builds in the back. Now I assume that these pieces actually came in the box originally, although unfortunately I don't have a sealed one to check. Either way, it's not too important, just thought it was something interesting that I'd point out. So we are just going to go ahead and get right to building. So here's the completed set, and first we'll take a look at our minifigures. Our first knight here is the Black Knight that comes on horseback. He has got a black torso with black legs and red hips, and then a black slotted helmet with a triple plumed blue feather. He has the Black Falcon's shield with the blue outline, as well as a short sword. And he's just got the same standard chest plate printing that we've seen before, and again a standard smiley face. He also has a horse in white, the same that we've seen before, with a red saddle, and then just a blue flag on a brown pole there. Our next knight here is the other horseback knight, and I suppose he is the blue knight, although he definitely has a lot more color than the other knight. He's got a blue torso with the same chest plate print, as well as the same pair of black and red legs, although this time he has the slotted helmet in dark gray, as well as a triple plumed red feather. And this time his Black Falcon's shield has the yellow outline. He also has a short sword, and one thing that I forgot to note on the other guy is that he has a black cape, and this one here has a blue plastic cape. Here's the other figure's cape. They both have the same mold, just different colors. And unsurprisingly, this figure comes with a black horse and a blue saddle, and the same blue flag with the brown pole as well. Now we have the two castle guards. They have the black Falcons insignia on their torso, as well as a blue torso with some black arms and black pants as well. They also have their black arrow-shaped helmets and two long brown spears. Our last minifigures here are the black Falcon archers. They are almost identical to the guards, except their helmet is the archer helmet. And of course, they also have their bow and arrow and quiver on their back, bringing us to a total of 6 minifigures, which I think is a reasonable number given the size of the castle itself, which we are going to take a look at now. So first thing to notice is the shape of this castle. Normally I'm not too big of a fan of LEGO castles that don't come on raised base plates. I find most of the flat castles to be pretty bland. However, I think this one is the most unique of the flat castles, and that's primarily due to the coloring and shaping of it. We've got the two largest parapets out here in front. Normally you would find those at the middle or back of a castle. And we've got this interesting section here in the back that is thatched, similar to the guarded inn that we just saw. And it even has one of those thatched wall pieces, this time in yellow. And I just love that piece as I did in red. And it works great here to give this set a little bit of yellow accenting. As you can see, we also have some arches here that give yellow accenting, as well as the flags out front that are also just plain yellow. This set also comes with two printed corner pieces here, just to add a little bit of detailing. I think those are nice inclusions as well. And moving to the back segment here, this is by far my favorite part of this set. As you can see, the roof detailing here is very nice. The way that they connect these two conflicting angles looks very good. You've got this more natural slope here, and then this rather steep slope here that goes over this section. They even included some nice detailing on the railing and up top here. And this whole segment here actually hangs out over the inside of the wall and the outside of the wall. And I'm sure this isn't a surprise, but just as we saw with the guarded inn, this set is modular, and it actually hinges open here so that you can get a better look at the inside. So it hinges open very wide here, and that gives you a lot of space to place your minifigures in and around it. And that also allows for, if you have more modular sets, you can create a larger castle wall so that it doesn't have to all be kind of compact and together. You can have this spread out like a large wall and then have like the guarded inn on this side here. In fact, I'll show you that now. So now with just these two sets here, we have quite the sprawling castle wall. And turning it around here, you can see just how long that wall really is. As I stated before in the guarded inn review, I really love this feature, and it just looks really good to have these sets all lined up in a row. So apart from opening up like that, this castle actually doesn't have that much going on the inside. We've just got one brown axe clipped at the bottom here, but that actually is partly used for the drawbridge here. So you just unclip these 1x2 bricks, or 1x2 plates here, and when you pull them in, you want to wrap them around this axe, and then you can pull it all the way over to this side, and then you can just clip it onto the grass there. And as you can see, that is able to pull the drawbridge all the way up, and it fits very nicely. And the last little detail I wanted to highlight here is this Black Falcon's blue flag. Of course, it is printed on both sides, and as is common with most flags in the original castle themes, they are quite difficult to find in good condition, and so I'm fortunate to have it with unbroken clips and a nice condition print. Another great thing about this set is how many useful castle pieces it gives you if you want to just deconstruct it and build your own castles. It's got 12 of these corner pieces, 2 of which are printed, and 10 of those flat wall pieces, 1 of which is the printed yellow thatch piece. And then the rest is just tons and tons of generic light gray bricks, which are getting increasingly more difficult to find since LEGO stopped producing them in 2004. So looking at pricing, adjusted for inflation, this would have retailed for $83, and current use prices have it at $140.18. And that's just barely over what the guarded inn is at. And to me that makes sense. This is a little bit bigger than the guarded inn, although the guarded inn certainly has more character in my opinion as far as the color and the minifigures. This one does have a little bit of color and a good selection of minifigures, although still it is relatively small for an entire castle. And I believe this might actually be the smallest LEGO castle. As it is though, I think it's a great set, as I said before, with the color and the figures, and the unique shaping of the parapets and the roof section in the back. And the added modularity with other sets of the time is just an added bonus. So that is my review. Thanks for watching.